luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragon soared to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. He's made 10, gives him $5,000, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, fuckers! It's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury channel. How are you people today? How are the punters? The punters today. We want to get these punters happy. Guys, very important. We pack up your bags and off you go. Tonight will AC3 ball wash Keslow. Pack up your bags and off you go. Let's talk shitters that Dave bought for Fatso. What can you say? What can you say? That's exactly the way it goes, fuckers. That is the way it goes. Fuckface. 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 That's the way it goes. Fuckface. That's the way it goes. So, guys, we want to get some panelists on here. Let's talk watches, talk what's the go, what's the situation. I got to tell you, I want to talk about what I want to do. I've actually built a really nice collection. And I really love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. That's what I do. I love the Pontiff. Yes, sirree. Love the Pontiff. I got to tell you something. Let's get a few. I'm going to share a few links. Get a few fuck faces on the stream now. Might send one to Bear. I'll send one to. I want to get. What's his name? Herman Ingram on. Herman, I miss you, man. I love you. I really do miss you. I'd love to get Mucky Poo on. I want to get Clivers on. Whatever happened to Sard? Can we get him on? I tell you who I miss. Can we get Watch Nick on? Let's get him on. Hoff on Smash. Audi, man. Audi. Let's get Lolex. I'd love to talk Rolex. Rolexes with Rolex. Lolex. Doc BB. BBW. BBW. I love him to death. OC, man, can we get him on? I love the OC. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. Love the Pontiff. Let's have a look here. Who else is there? Love the Pontiff. I'm just trying to have a look. Mama. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da. Love the Pontiff. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. What else can I say? Jamie. I love Jamie Opulence. He was on the show the other day. Great positive show. Lovely man. Great positivity. The Luxy Poo show. What else can I say? We're doing really well at the moment there. We're getting some watches happening. M2 Carolina says, Rich Mitch, hope you're well below freezing. I'm just staying home. Ice and sand on beach and does not fall all day. State of the day dandy. We are freezing in the UK. Below freezing. Oh, fuck. What else is there? BC. I'm multi-streaming. That's right. So basically, I got a stream on the ArchieLuxury stream, and I've got a stream on ArchieLuxury live stream. Yeah, Patel raises a good point. Patel, kind of irrelevant. Same numbers show up, plus has option of attracting newer people from his side. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. He had a new Dana. Yeah, I'm trying to get the ArchieLuxury people who aren't live. I'm trying to get both of these fuckers together because 2025 is going to be a great year. First super chat for the night from Patel Philippe. Take me through what you like at Lange and Hein. I can tell you this is a brand I'm not a huge fan, okay? I'm not a huge fan. Lange and Hein. I'm not a huge fan, okay? Okay, I'm not a big fan of them. No. And they are I got to tell you, they're a fucking little German brand and they kind of piss me off. Did you know in Australia, in Brisbane, of all fucking places in the world, there was a German watch dealer. Well, he was a dealer who specialized in German watches. That was called Define Watches. And he actually invited me over years ago. We were going to do some promotion and he kind of burnt me. Yeah, he burnt me pretty fucking badly. You know that they're not. I don't understand this fucking. Look how they do the fucking the lugs there. They got that. Fuck, that means you can't use a standard fucking strap on it. You know what's okay? Take me through what you like. What do I like? Okay, what do I like? I don't really like the rectangular. Fuck. This one here, Frederick's. Oh, nice box. Yeah, I think the Frederick $64 fucking $1,000. Get a Patek or a Lange, fuckface. Fuck me dead. They're expensive. I mean, I like him, but fuck me dead. You'll never get your money back on this sort of shit. You know that? We got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, check your WhatsApp. We got talking timepieces. Jump on. Talking timepieces. Jump on. Let's talk. Hello. We got a guy. We got Alex. How are you?
Well, I'm so glad that I'm finally able to join your live stream. I've been feeling so guilty about it because I kept missing it.
Hey, firstly, how is your collection? What does your collection consist of? Tell me, what do you do? What sort of watches do you collect?
Well, here, let's walk around over to the box. Let's go to the box. Actually, I should have a flashlight. I don't have a flashlight, but I do have this little like light that you use for picture frames and such. I'm going to put the phone down for a second so I could put this where I can have, and I'll turn on the light. And I'll open up the box. And right there's the current collection.
So how many watches do you have yourself?
I've got 19, 20, something like that. I've recently picked up a couple of new pieces. I just picked up the sub 41 ceramic in September for my millionth view on the channel to celebrate. I definitely didn't use any of the money that I generated from this channel. I only made $150 last month from this channel, but It's a hobby. I'm just doing it for the love of the game, as it were. But yes. I do love my pieces, and one of my favorite pieces, and it used to be my Grail watch, is my Zenith El Primero Chronomaster Open Heart. See? Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I get a lot of criticism on my show. They call it the hillbilly tourbillon, shotgun wound. I get nothing but abuse. But
when you think about the history, when you think about the history of Zenith and what they represent horologically, I think it's bitter grapes. They just don't have one, and they're whining about it.
Well, what they say to me is, you should have got the, they did that 38 mil one, the reissue, right? They said that's a better one to have, down. Right?
Well,
yeah, that's okay.
The thing about the 38, right? The thing about the 38 is I got big hands, all right? I wear a size 13
same as
shoe.
Me. I totally agree with you. For me, 42 all the way. I totally agree with you.
Now, I can handle a 38. I can handle a 38, but if they have a 42 available, why not wear because look at this one. This is a 41, right? It's not dominating the wrist. It fits. If I had a smaller one, I'll give you an example. Look, back to the case. I've got a 36. I only have one 36 in my collection, and that's because they don't even make it anymore. And back then, 36 was considered a reasonable size. My oyster quartz.
Yes.
Right? So here, now let me throw that on the wrist, right? Throw that on the wrist.
I quite like the oyster quartz. They've become very collectible, to tell you the truth.
Well, the thing about it is a lot of people don't realize it's a true hybrid movement. It's like a spring drive. It's not this. Yes. I even went through the trouble.
This is a over-engineered
hybrid mechanical movement. Because I even put the display back on it because you can actually see it has a mechanical escapement driving. Because what they did was they took a quartz-controlled motor and attached it to an 11-joule movement. So now, but I put this 36 on my wrist. You can see it's a small watch.
Hey, let me just catch up here. We got a super chat. Big Tony.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Should Big T stay at home watching AC3, or should he get off his ass and go to work and bring in the dollars? Big Tony, we don't need a poll. You got to watch the show. Watch the show. I will start a poll in a minute. We got Rick Foss, 20 knock. Is this a double stream? Hi, Tan. And yes, it is. I'm streaming on my ArchieLuxury show and also ArchieLuxury live stream. I'm trying to get more punters on the streams. Rich Mitch, too, because let's face it, on my ArchieLuxury channel, I got 70,000 subscribers. Why the fuck wouldn't I encourage that type of punter? And we got my good friend Mark Goldberg is joining. He is the world's greatest dog trainer, and he's a huge watch. I don't know, you know, Mark made videos on watches for over 10 years. He's a real original. He's now got Mark's top watch is a solid gold sub, a 116618. So that's the gold bluesy sub. Rich Mitch, £2. Just learned the white dial Speedy is manual wind. Yes, manual wind is the one you want. You do not want the auto. The Speedy is famous. And this is the thing. So many newbies, novices, they say, what would you recommend as a first watch? Now we've lost him. We just lost him. He'll be back. And the thing is, we'll be back. We got a super chat. $50.
Oh, my finger hit the button for a second. I missed.
We got a $50 super chat from Patel Philippe. $50. Hello to Talking Timepieces. Must be late in Germany right now. Nice to see you with the pontiff. Let me tell you, you can tell a man. Let me say this to you. I asked you very quickly what watches you have there. So your top, tell me your top five. See, that Zenith, I got to be totally honest with you. I personally think this is perfection because I hated the open heart to start with. Then I bought one and I realized, hang on a minute, I don't have any pesky date. It's in the traditional colors, the silver, the blue, and the gray. And the best thing, it's got the red second hand. And the best thing is, you know how you got the open heart? It still has a cog that turns around the actual seconds. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it is actually a live window. It's not like you've lost anything there. It is a live window. And I'm
grabbing a couple of watches out of the box so we can talk.
Alex, tell him what you think of that Zenith, though. I mean, like, don't rip the Band-Aid off.
He's got the same one. He's got the same one. We're talking.
I see. So
well, you got an Alliance. Oh, by the way, you got the leather strap. Is that the Zenith a leather strap or
No. This is an aftermarket. I got a dark blue alligator to match the color. You know, I wanted to look good.
I gotta up you one. Just hang on.
So, Alex, you've just destroyed your credibility in the first 30 seconds of our relationship.
Uh-oh. Why would you say that? Couldn't you just say we have a difference of opinion?
Yes. I got an OEM one. I got an OEM Zenith one. Alex, I got an OEM Zenith one. That's the blue.
Blue. I have an OEM Zenith black, but to me, the black makes it look too formal.
On the inside, it's rubberized on the inside.
I had the bracelet. Why do you guys fuck around with straps when there's a bracelet?
No, because this is the fun. This is the whole thing about Zenith. You can easily add, and I just to show you, it is genuine Zenith. Look at that there.
There you go.
Zenith on the strap itself. This is and you know what, Alex, it's not actually overpriced. This is actually very good value for money. It was a couple $100, but Patek you'll pay $900 for a strap. You know what I mean? It's actually
JLC wants $1,200 for a strap.
Jesus. Now I'm talking Aussie dollar. What currency are you talking, Alex?
Euros.
euros. Fuck. I don't quite know how they get away, but actually, I went to Hong Kong. I went to the JLC boutique in Hong Kong, and I'm going to get some more straps on my next trip. Alex, can I show you something, please?
Show me, please. I'm always interested in looking at cool stuff.
Okay, I want to show you my collection. Okay, so
please.
I want to highlight. I want to highlight who I am as a man. Okay.
Well, I've watched you I've watched you for a long time, my friend. I've always been impressed with your channel.
Okay. Now let's have a look. I want to go back. I want to show you. This is who I am as a man. Okay, so let's take a look. Here we go. So for starters, this presentation
don't let things define you. Say you are a man who owns a collection.
This is brought to you by Breguet. I'm a huge Breguet fan.
You're just huge.
Do you hate? What's your view on Breguet there?
If I could afford, well, actually, I could afford Breguet, but the problem is that there are so many other really great pieces out there that you can.
You said it. Breguet's great. Breguet.
They are great.
Look, this hobby is not for poor people. Okay, this hobby. I'll be honest with you. This hobby.
Super chat.
I gotta grab the super chat quickly. We got Frank V, $2. All three of you got the same Zenith. Laugh out.
I had look. Hold on. Mine did not have.
Oh, what's this? What is this? What's he showing?
Mine did
what
not
is
have
that?
The threaded open heart.
This is the Mont Blanc Nicholas Rousek.
Oh, it's very Breguet-esque, isn't it?
That's why I brought it up when you mentioned Breguet. It's the closest thing I have to that level.
I love David Bowie. And did you
Jimi Hendrix? Jimi Hendrix is on that wall.
Well, and did you steal that car from an IWC boutique behind you?
Oh, that car?
Yes.
No, I paid more than I should have at a little artsy fartsy art antique store I live in Wiesbaden, which is a very rich city in Germany. It's a spa town, it's since the Roman times. So you can find a lot of cool stuff in the shops.
I show you something cool. I want to show this to you. I have on my wall there. I actually got, besides, I got a Doctor Who TARDIS there. See that bus, that red bus?
Yeah, very cool.
That red bus is steam powered. You can actually put water in the boiler, and you can put some special tablets in there, and it actually is a steam powered bus. Steam powered London bus there. And I got a metronome on the wall there next to that's my metronome as a kid, and there's a Dalek. I got a few little things there. Very, very cool that there. Now,
gotta have toys. Gotta have toys, my friend. Gotta have toys.
You like the BMW? I got a 1 to 18. I'm gonna show you some toys in a minute. We got Mark Goldberg. Mark Goldberg's there. We've got another super chat. We got another super chat, Mark. We got Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $2. Hi, Alex. Cool panel art. You betcha. Okay, I'm going to show something to you. Okay, let's just get this back on the screen now. I want to show me. I'm going to show you. I just want you to just tell me what you think.
Alex, you know what his newest toy is?
Okay. Oops, sorry. Wrong way. Here we go. Boom. This is my Breguet 7057.
That's gorgeous.
It's manual wind. It's the 40 mil because they did it as a 7027, but that was as 37 mils. This was slightly bigger. I think it's, again, we got bigger wrists. I want the bigger one. That's Breguet.
Gotta have a big watch.
Now, this is my current collection. What do you think? Give me, please.
Nice.
Don't blow smoke up my ass. Tell me what everybody hates.
Super chat.
I'll tell you what. The one that would be I would not own is the Panerai. Not because I don't like Panerai, but because I think Panerai are a one-trick pony. They got the big case. They got the. If I wanted that aesthetic, I would. Well, actually, I have a watch with that aesthetic.
It's called a wall clock.
Well, you know what? I'll show you something I feel terrible about.
Super chat.
Just quickly, I got to grab the super chat.
I've got a Sattler wall clock here in my closet that I accidentally damaged. That I accidentally damaged during my last move, and I have to have it serviced before I can hang it up again.
Just hang on. Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $2. Hi, Alex. Cool panel, Arch. Thank you so much.
Here's the
there.
next one.
We got
Dr. Bob's been on my show too. Yeah.
Alex,
this is what I would get instead of This is what I would get instead of
to review some of your straps. You're a strap man. I love a good straps.
I have a strap case.
Oh, and we've got Patel Philippe, $20. $20. Proper ArchieLuxury review for Alex for the first time on the panel. Make it a good boy. Don't soft cock him. We want him to. Don't soft cock him. We want him to come back on. Okay, thank you. We will do that indeed. There. We got Big Tony, $2. Love his taste in watches. Liberated from hype.
But I love your collection, Archie. I used to have a bluesy sub, but I realized that it attracted too much attention, which is why I'm happy with my bluesy oyster quartz, and I have a black sub.
I had a terrible burglary. After the burglary, the only watch I
remember
was the bluesy. I wanted the bluesy. I felt the same way, but after the burglary, I thought, fuck this. I want to buy things that I like. I don't care about other fuckwits. And then I started the collection. I had some friends. And so the Explorer 2 was the original watch that survived because I was wearing it. Okay.
And that's a classic piece. The white Explorer 2 is classic.
I got the bluesy, and my friends in the community gifted me the Speedy, which is a 3861. You can never go wrong with a Speedy.
Can never go wrong with a Speedy.
And I gotta tell you, I love the Speedy so much. I got the Zenith because the Zenith, to me, that's one watch I owned in the past, and I thought, you know what, I really want it back. Incredible bang per buck. Now my top row there, I've actually got another. I got the Breguet 7057. I got a Patek World Time 5130. I had the 5110, which was stolen in the burglary, but this is the 39.5 mil one. This is the bigger version, which I think is probably better for me.
I've got the Frédéric Constant World Time, which is an homage to the Patek.
Ah, yeah, got you. The one watch that gets a lot of hate is the gold JLC in the back there, but I love it. It's a big, solid rose gold. They were an expensive watch when new. Secondhand, they're a relative bargain. Super chat, Patel Philippe, $5. Once you're done fawning over your collection, do Alex collection review. Thanks. Yes, we will. Now, Alex, I very foolishly, to get the Breguet, I traded another Breguet I had. Okay.
Yeah, well, if you're happy with what you have, I mean, no, I must admit, I have rebought watches.
I regretted it immediately. I'm getting it back. I got a solid gold Breguet Type 21. And I'm getting it back. I've actually already put down almost half the money. I'm going next week to pick it up in Sydney. I'm flying down for overnight. And I can't live without the Breguet. I cannot live without it. It just hurts not having the Breguet.
It's not working.
Do you know what I mean or not? The Breguet is so
I do know what you mean. Well, I rebought my oyster quartz. I actually had this exact model, sold it, and regretted it and bought it again.
Yeah. I'll show you a couple other things there. I'll just show you.
And here's what I would get. This is what I would suggest instead of the Panerai.
A Nomos. Not really.
An almost Neomatic.
I'll just show you some more pics. There. I'll just show you.
Please.
By the way, I bought my son, who just turned 18. I got him a Tudor Black Bay Burgundy. That's for my son's 18. I think that's a perfect gift for a young man. Now, the reason
Agreed.
I think the worst thing you can give you know what you can give somebody young? You know the worst thing you can give them?
Hope.
Rolex. Because every man needs to earn the Rolex themselves. Okay? Not something that's given to you, right? That's like cheating at Monopoly.
Well, if your wife gives it to you, or your mother, I would say that you've earned it.
But I mean, I gave him a Tudor Black Bay, perfect watch. That's our Chris. I'm into BMWs, by the way. I like German cars.
Me too. Me too. I currently don't own one, but I'm a mechanic. I used to refurbish Porsches to drive them.
Well, look, for me, I love Porsche. Porsche is outside my price range, and I've always loved BMW because I like a 4-door.
I would buy a beat up 944. Which aren't too expensive.
No, actually, Doc BBW has that. I know that became the 968.
Yes, it did.
I know that shape is a beautiful shape. Look, I love this car. I wanted to get it because everything's going electric. This is a fully internal combustion engine. That's my older son. He got a Grand Seiko when he turned 18. Okay, they were just washing the car. Now this is 3-piece. That's my favorite 3 pieces. Here we go. We got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, $2. Alex, would you get a 964 or a 993? Oh, I'd go 964. 964.
Me too. 964 is practical. It actually has a trunk. You could use it, and it's still fast and cool. I had the very.
They're both 911s, aren't they?
No. The 1 second.
They're both 944.
No, I'm thinking the 968. I would get which is the same as the 944 essentially. But I would get a 993 personally because the 993 was the last air-cooled Porsche.
964 was the model before it. I like this. Some of the Singer and that they use 964s as the base for their projects.
The 993 was the last air-cooled.
They're in the early 90s, so they're kind of similar. It's just that the 99. Okay, fair point. This is my 3 top watches out of my collection. So we've got World Time, Bluesy. This is my 3. If I had
wrong with the Bluesy.
And then the Breguet. That's
can't go wrong with a Bluesy.
Now we got super chat from CB. By the way, Mark, when you highlight one, just click on the star to highlight it because, of course, I'm multi-streaming. It doesn't put the star next to super chats, so I just
got it.
I put the star on it so that I can easily read them from the starred list.
I see. I understand.
We got a super chat from CB, $10. Archie, you have grade A guest. I saw him in Geneva Watch Days, and he was in the VIP parties interviewing watchmakers. Wow, that's pretty. So you're in Germany, is that right?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm from New York originally, but I came here as a soldier back in the 80s, and I just liked it and stayed.
In Germany, you're married, single, divorced? What's the story?
Divorced twice. But my first ex-wife lived here, and my daughters live here in this town. So which is one of the reasons I wound up here in Wiesbaden, because I love Germany, and I came here.
Alex,
sure.
I'm going through the same thing. I'm married 3 times, and every time has been divorce. Why is that? Why do these women, when you're dating them, they're so magic and so fantastic, but after 20 years with one, it's not like a 911 where you appreciate the old car more. They turn into real nasty creatures. They tell you things. I don't love you anymore. I've fallen out of love. Since when did love have anything to do with it?
People do grow apart. I think the relationships that stay together are the ones that find other reasons to stay together. And I'm actually still friends with both of my ex-wives.
I am friends as well.
You know, but sometimes the love turns into more familial than romantic.
I see.
You know, you start thinking of your wife more as your sister than your lover. You know, you still care about them.
Dirty.
Yeah, see, I've got a few things they have been offended with. I've often said a woman who doesn't fuck is about as useful as a woman without money.
Well, if they're your
That doesn't
friends,
go
then you're
over
not
well.
trying.
That doesn't go over well at times.
Shouldn't you trade them out like every 15 years just to keep it fresh?
Well,
it's
neither of
actually
my
true.
marriage lasted. My first one ended at 9 years, and my second ended at like 8 years, I think.
Well, you got to get rid of them at 7.
Yeah, that's
The
like,
7-year
like,
itch.
you know what? They're like a BMW. Okay, they're beautiful. Once you get a new one, the new model is always better than the old model.
Okay,
They are
quick watch
beautiful.
thing.
Yes.
Here, quick watch
The
thing.
problem is they both have a horrible balloon payment at the end.
Uh-oh. No, I was lucky. I had amicable divorces. We even had one lawyer for each divorce. We didn't have dueling lawyers, which worked out beautifully. But no, let's bring the conversation back to watches. I was going to ask you all about pocket watches. What do you think about pocket watches?
Look,
like this one?
Pocket watches are. I've never actually really sought them. Have you sought any,
Can
Mark?
you hear that? Can you hear that? See,
It sounds like the silverware drawer is moving around.
Yeah, well, I couldn't afford a repeater on my wrist, but I can afford a pocket repeater.
You know,
Yeah.
actually, they make wristwatch cases. You can jam that into a wristwatch case and strap it on your arm.
Yeah, but this is a little big for the.
No,
Hey.
it's about the same size as that Panerai you like.
Oh, hey, I actually do have a bigger watch. I do actually have a bigger watch. I've got a 65 millimeter Messerschmitt that I bought on a lark. I
like
never
the
wear it.
Actually, look at that. That's like a Leica, isn't it? Is it a Leica?
Well, it's made by the Aristo people, which is 6 of 1 half. Old German Flieger company.
Yes.
But
You know,
this thing
I
is
actually had an old Leica, an original Leica.
wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw their people at Geneva. Not at Geneva. I didn't see them in Geneva. I saw them. I was just at the Dusseldorf watch show, and they were there.
Alex, have you been over to Zen?
Yes, I have a video that I shot at their facility that I like, but I'm feeling bad about because I had a bad contact on my microphone, so the audio is terrible. But
do a voiceover. Put it up.
What's the go with Zen? Like they bought the rights. They bought the rights to the Navitimer when Breitling went bankrupt. Correct?
Yes, they did, and they're the best alternative if you want a small Navitimer, because the regular Navitimer is humongoid. But I love it because I have big hands.
When Breitling was resurrected, they didn't stick to the agreement. What happened? Did they get fucked over, or what happened?
Zen still makes a Navitimer, if I'm not mistaken.
But Breitling weren't supposed to make a Navitimer.
I don't think that I don't think that they transferred the ownership. I think they just licensed it so that Zen could continue to make one as well.
Okay, because I heard they got a bit fucked over in the deal. They paid all this money when they went bankrupt, and then it wasn't quite. They were kind of shotgunned a bit, but you know the truth is the Zen Navitimer is probably more reminiscent of an original Navitimer than the Breitling Navitimer.
Well, then the latest ones, but that's why I like the ones from the turn of the century, because this is the GMT 46, I think.
That's a Breitling, isn't it? That there?
Yes. Yeah, this is the GMT Navitimer.
They use the 7750 movement. They're a bit. Well, they're a workhorse.
Don't put the 7750 down too much. It's got it may be a horizontal clutch, but at least it's a pinion. You don't lose. There's not a lot of amplitude
the
loss.
thing I never understood is Breitling. I had a PAM 24. Okay, so you probably don't know what that is, but PAM 24 is that's their dive watch. It's the what's it called? PAM. What's a PAM diver called? Fuck. What's it called?
I don't think it's called fuck.
Submersible.
It's a submersible. Yes, that's right. It's a submersible. And what they used was a 7750 movement when they took off the module for the chronograph. Why the fuck would you do that?
Well, because the base movement in the 7750 is very robust. That's why it's so popular. It's a very, very bulletproof movement.
They're nice, but they're thick. They work great, but they're thick. So I suppose that's why they would have taken it off.
Germans love IWC. IWC is a brand that, you know, they're in Switzerland, but it's the German-speaking part of Switzerland.
Here's my IWC limited edition. I've got the Saint-Supri GMT.
Have you got any IWCs, Mark?
No, not my cup of tea. I'm not a Flieger fellow.
Second time zone's in the little window.
Yeah, I got 3 Rolex GMTs. I'm going to stick with that.
I just have I have two. I have 2 Rolexes. I've got the 41 and I've got the Oyster Quartz.
The Oyster Quartz is cool, and also I like Zen. I have a 104 and a 105.
The 104 is a nice piece.
Yeah,
a good friend of ours, the rancher, he actually had a thing called the rare birds. These rare birds, and what they were an oyster quartz case with a automatic movement in it. Have you heard of those? The rare birds?
You're making me pull all of my watches out of the case.
Have you heard of that? The rare birds?
No, I hadn't. I heard of the Bluebird Breitling.
No, this is a Rolex. So what they did was, you tell them, Mark, tell them what Rancher's got.
No, he sold them. Rare birds. You'll have to, you know what? You know the technology of this better, Arch. Go ahead. Spill the beans.
So basically, it's an oyster. Before they did the oyster quartz, they trialed the case out with a mechanical movement, and they released the Rolex. The reference number would be on these things here. They're a very special watch because what they are is they are a oyster quartz case with a automatic movement in it. 1630 1630 is the 2-tone, and they are incredibly rare because they were basically, Rolex was trialing that case before they put the quartz movement in.
Well, you know, the Texan is even rarer. That was the first quartz one they made, the prototype.
Yes.
That was the one that because if you talk to a stickler, they'll say this is not a Genta design. The Texan was a Genta design, and this is based on the Texan.
Yes, that's the 5100, the Texan, and it's actually different, very different to the day date oyster quartz. You know, they did a day date oyster quartz reference number.
Yes, they did.
It'd be a 19000 reference. That'd be the numbering system. Whereas the oyster quartz is a 17000 reference. Whereas it's a beautiful piece. Whereas the rare birds, the rare birds was a 1530 reference. And
I wear this with suits. That's I don't wear this much casually. I wear this. This is a great suit watch.
Tell you, I think any analog watch you can wear with a suit, like you can wear a chronograph with, because let's face it, it's not 1996 anymore. It's 20.
Well, that's why I keep my Speedy on leather, so I can wear it with a suit.
By the way, can I tell you this? My Zenith, I put that on leather. It's a killer dress watch on leather. I love the rubber. Rubber is, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I've got to tell you, I'm actually getting back. I just want to show you my favorite 3 pieces. If I had to pick 3, this is it. World Time, Bluesy, and Breguet. So the Breguet would
casual
be
sports dress.
Look at that. Casual
the
World Time
dress.
You reckon the World Time is casual? You reckon that's casual? Smart casual.
Daily wear. That's your office. That would be your office watch.
Yes, that's the Bluesy sports, and then your Breguet is black tie, or
at least collared shirt.
I got to be honest with you. Breguet is a brand I really adore. Really,
a lot of people do.
Really. I don't know why they're so soft. Why are they soft on the secondary? I don't think it's fair.
Well, they don't have enough hype. You know what I mean? It's like, think about so many things out there in the world that are of such high quality and that people don't recognize because
the
there's
problem
not a
with
lot of
reggae
noise around them.
you've still got the approval system. You know about this, don't you, Alex? Before you sell a Breguet, you need to get approval from Breguet that the person you're selling it to is cool enough to wear the watch. Patek used to do that, but they went commercial and stopped doing it. See, and I think that's the big problem with Breguet. You've got the approval system, and less undesirables aren't allowed in it.
Well, the problem with having too high a fence is sometimes people can't look over it.
I used to do a bit of selling before. I was selling a Patek at one stage, just advertise. I didn't sell it. I was just advertising it. This guy starts lowballing, and I said, look, before we start negotiating on price, what tertiary qualifications do you have? What involvement does your family have with the community? What charity work are you involved with? Because before we start talking price, we have to get this sale approved by Patek. I said, let's just look at the approvals first, because I'm afraid you may not qualify.
Well, that always, that always quenches desire. I mean, like I said,
Mark? If someone said that to you, what would you say, Mark? Where's Mark gone?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I tell you what, the funny thing is I very politely told him the watch isn't for you because you're a piece of discounting shit.
Uh-oh.
Marky, what would you say if someone said to you, I'm sorry, I don't think you're good enough for this watch?
I would say take
Go
your
fuck yourself.
take your Panerai and stick it up your ass sideways.
It's like that. It's like the art. Well, think about it. It's like the art scene, the art studio scene in the movie Unbreakable, where the guy's talking to Samuel L. Jackson about the artwork and then decides to buy it and mentions he's going to give it to his kid, and Samuel L. Jackson kicks him out of the studio.
Good scene.
But hey, what do you think? What do you think about vintage? I also have this old Bulova Accutron tuning fork.
Yeah.
I pulled out the Deutschland watch for you.
Oh, look at this.
There you go. There's the Zin. There's the Zin. There's the Zin. Very nice piece.
I'm a bit of a watch snob. Okay, I'm a snob.
He's a little.
Okay.
Yes. Does this make you want to stand up, stand at attention, click your heels, and sing Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles?
Well, they're not allowed to sing that song anymore.
I know,
but
sure.
the funny thing is they changed the words, but they didn't change the tune, which is kind of odd.
The old guys.
Are you into watch boxes at all?
Boxes? Alex? Well, as far as travel and to carry and to display, to a reasonable degree, but I don't believe. Well, it all depends on the collection, right? If your collection is worth it, then spend $10,000 on a box. But I would rather put the money in my safe, and then that way, when I leave my house. But then again, you had a nice safe. It's
the money belongs in the boxes. Alex is saying the money belongs. Sorry, the money belongs in the watches, right, Alex? Not in the box, in the watch.
Can I show you my boxes? Can I show you my boxes, Alex?
Please.
I got them out. You wasted on boxes. Could have been a watch.
So I got a couple boxes. Let me show it to you, okay?
Show me.
He's gonna before long. He's gonna be showing you his GI Joe and his underwear drawer. Okay. All right, setting the.
That's funny.
I got my roll. Okay, this is my roll. Okay, so that's my watch roll. It's a Louis. These are so fucking overrated. Do you know this is like $1,000?
Yeah.
It doesn't even have fucking dividers in it. You know what I mean? And this is made for
the problem.
It's made for small, skinny people. When you're a fat cunt like me, the watch is super big and it just slides all over the place. So that's actually a bit of a bit of a letdown, but I paid so much money for it, I can't get out of it. Okay, that's what's.
Well, I've got once you have it, you might as well use it.
Yeah, exactly. Next piece.
But I've got like a 4-watch box.
I'll do an unboxing for you, Alex. Look at this. This is how they package it. When you pay $10,000 US for a box, this is how they present it to you. Okay.
But think about it. You could buy a whole watch for that.
I know.
Exactly. That's the point.
Now look at this, Alex. I'll show it to you. This is what it looks like. Look at this. It's wrapped in
the $10 Amazon. That's what I got. $10.
By the way, Mark, I did post your Christmas card late to you, but it has been posted. Okay.
Is that right? I can't wait to see yet another picture of you on my fridge because
no, it's the Christmas card with the dogs on it, the pink. You know, the one I showed you.
Yes.
Super chat. We got that's CB. That's actually an old CB one. We saw that was a while ago. CB. We had no super chat since then, but that's okay. We're still talking. Okay, I'm going to show you this box to you.
Show me. Show me.
I actually had one that was damaged in the burglary. I bought this one secondhand, but I got LV to paint it. So I've actually customized this box. AC3, Archie Chesterfield III, AC3. If you can have a look, I got the red and white stripe, and I got the kangaroo in the top with Brisbane.
Well, if you're gonna go top shelf, go top shelf.
And I tell you, this one has actually got the red interior. The red. I've gone for the Rogue.
He painted
That's
it.
Gorgeous.
He painted it so he wouldn't be tempted to sell it because he knows nobody would ever buy that now.
No, that's exact. And I've got a matching one to go with it. Look at this. I'll show you. This is for straps because you're talking straps. This is the matching box. This is where you put all the straps in. This is where the straps go. Look, see AC3.
I got a cloth strap box.
What'd you spend on your strap box, Alex?
This strap box costs $20.
So
it's not a box. It's a soft case.
His cost $2,000.
It's got the stripe on it, and it's also see that Japanese doll there.
Super chat. Sard super chat.
I actually I'll show you something, Alex. I had it painted. I gave them this photo, and they painted it on the box.
Very cool. But like I said, if you're going to go top shelf, go top shelf.
Look, he had Mrs. Live.
Super chat, Patel Philippe. He says $10.
Hey, Patel.
Alex, did you know Paul Pluter, esteemed YouTuber and author of Collecting Louis Vuitton, recently purchased a fake? I got a fake. I bought one on eBay because I look around for bargains. It turned out to be fake. That was genuine off the flea for $600. Yes, it looked so real. I've never seen in the photos. It looks so real, but when you smelt it,
you could smell it wasn't.
You know, it smelled cheap and nasty. It smelled like poor people. You know, you drive into a bad part of town, right? It smelled It smelled like people. You know who?
Smells like.
I had a recent weird experience. I had a recent weird experience with this sub. I'm in my local bar, and a friend of mine asks me to look at it, and it turns out he had a fake with him, and he juggled them around and handed them back to me and said, "Which one is mine?" And in the dark light of the pub, I was so pissed at him because, like, that means I got to take both of them home. But then luckily, this is a Rolex, so the crown lines up, and his didn't. So I'm like, "Whoo! At least I have an indicator." But there are a lot of good-looking fakes out there for everything.
You know what? A lot of the crowns do not line up. So you got lucky.
Yeah,
well, no, that's true.
A lot of the crowns don't line up. That's exactly it, Marky boy. We've got another.
Luckily on mine, it did. And then when I got home, I did match up the serial numbers on the papers to make sure I took the right one home.
Right? That'd be a bitch. That's not a funny joke. You know,
it's not.
Super chat from CB. CB, $5. This is Archie. Fuck off, poverty show.
Archie, real quick.
Are you drinking? Are you drinking? Is anyone drinking there on the show? Who's drinking?
I'm drinking.
I'm drinking some whiskey.
What are you
Oh,
drinking,
fuck
Paul?
this. I'm going to get whiskey. Can I get a whiskey?
You may.
Go
but
right
first
ahead. Tullamore, here. You know what? Center me and I'll show some watches while you go run.
I will do that. But Paul, before you go, there is an auto setting to auto start super chats, and I have put that on, so you no longer have to worry about it.
Oh, beautiful.
See,
They will be
so
automatically started.
there's my Santos.
I got one. I got a green one. I like that though. That's really nice. Beautiful.
I wear it on rubber because I want to wear it more casually.
It's a chrono.
I love chronos.
It's not
I'm a
just
big chrono fan.
It's a Santos with a chrono function.
And I'm also very pleased I managed to get my hands on the limited edition Bulova Meteorite.
So you like me. Okay, we have something in common, Alex, which is to say we have some very nice watches, and then we have stuff that Archie would label. He's too polite to say it to your face, but he calls it mid-tier garbage. And I have a lot of that also. And I do like my shitters, as he likes to call them. I do.
I got a Longines, the Longines calendar moon phase.
I have a Longines Zulu time. You know what? And the reason, by the way, is that you can't always walk out of the house wearing a $20,000 watch, right?
Well, that's frankly, that's what the role of the Nomos is. The Nomos is my casual beater. I wear this to a bar where I don't know anybody. It's a nice enough watch.
On the other way.
Hey, Alex, I got serious problems, Alex. Stop. Alex,
Tell me.
help me.
What's your
What do I
problem?
do? Alex, I got a bottle of whiskey, right? A friend gave me this. I just went to take the cork out.
Uh-oh.
And
You've
the
corked it.
cork
He's corked it.
broken because it's so...
Screwdriver.
Do the
What
shoe
do I-
thing.
Oh, the shoe
What?
thing. Fair point. The shoe thing.
Do the shoe thing.
What's the what?
The shoe thing. Okay,
What's
look.
the shoe?
Go to, hold on, Arch. You can share screen. Go to YouTube, share the screen, and look for open a wine bottle with a shoe. And it'll show you how to do it. Yes. And then you can do it live on air.
It works every time.
Watch you do it. Go ahead. Share screen, YouTube, open wine bottle with shoe.
Well, and like I said, let's see, what else? What have I not shown? I actually have a nice piece because I have a couple of pieces that I don't wear, but I keep in my collection just because they're interesting pieces, right?
Do you have anything that's like that you're like that you would be like ashamed to let us look at?
Fuck.
Yeah, do it, Arch.
Fuck.
I'm gonna put you get your shoe off or get a shoe, and I'm gonna put you full screen, and we're gonna open it, and you're gonna show the punchers how to do it.
Fuck.
All right, get your shoe. Archie's gone for his shoe.
He's going for a shoe. Okay, here, I'll show you the one that, well, the thing is, I'm not ashamed of it.
You might need hang on a second. Alex, does he need like a leather shoe with a hard heel? I think he'll need a hard heel.
I think he needs a hard heel, but you don't want it too hard of a heel because you want it to absorb some of the shock.
All right, well,
I think it works with a sneaker, but you just have to be careful because you can also like miss the wall and ding it on an angle and it could break the bottle. You have to be very careful doing it. But this is the one I have that I just keep it in the box because it looks funny.
I love that. Is that a real chicken or is that an homage?
It's an homage. It's a $50 Chinese homage.
I have stopped myself from buying that $50.
fuck.
I've stopped myself over and over because I like it, but 10 grand, you know.
Well, I've interviewed Konstantin Chaikin. I got a chance to see the Thin King at Geneva Watch Days. I also have Archie would turn his nose up at this. I have
his nose up at everything.
I have a PRX chrono.
Yeah, I reviewed the PRX. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, but the chrono's got a value 7753 in it.
You're gonna dig it out. Why don't you try the shoe?
Fuck the shoe.
He doesn't believe Alex, but
he doesn't. He's not a believer.
Actually, the shoe actually moved it up. It did move it up. Okay, it moved it up.
Well,
it would have continued to move it up if you'd let it.
Yeah, it'll move it out.
And I also have this Omega Memomatic, the alarm from the 70s.
Oh, that's cool.
I
don't wear it much, but it's an old alarm watch, and so I can say I have an alarm watch in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some watches I have just so I can say I have, right? Because I bought one of those cheap Chinese tourbillons. I've got the ArchieLuxury.
How do you find that cheap Chinese tourbillon crap? Can I ask you that?
It's going to give you cancer. It's going to give you cancer of the wrist.
It's a fun thing to have around the house. You know, I wear it once in a blue moon.
Fuck, that's a big scotch. I can only have one because I poured a big one.
Cancerous. Super chat.
Cheers, fuckers.
Super chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, queers. Super chat.
Patel Philippe, does your single malt give off notes of cork?
No, but it probably gives off notes of cock.
Ouch.
Soft cocking. Soft talking, soft cocks in a relaxed format. That's what
I
we
thought
do.
I had grabbed the other one too.
I gotta tell you something. Seriously, I want to say this to you. Alex, I didn't finish telling you my story about, you know, those Louis Vuittons, right?
Yeah, tell me about that.
So in the burglary, I had one that was damaged in the burglary. I wanted to show it to you. This is what they look like when you smash them up.
Ow! Ow! That feels painful.
Yeah, all the red, you know, all the red.
That feels painful. That looks painful. That would break my heart.
Well, yeah,
that would break my heart.
Look at this. This is that, you know, the hard-sided boxes. That's
Can you still get a German woman for a chocolate bar and a dozen eggs? I'm just curious how that works.
Only if you look really good.
Right. Well, unfortunately, that leaves me out.
That's what I came back to. Now, Alex, I wanted to show you something else.
Show me.
So, what's your opinion on the watch box itself? I mean, there's the Goyard. Goyard does what? The two top end ones are Goyard and Louis Vuitton.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said,
it comes out.
If you're going to go top shelf, go top shelf. You know, you can't go wrong with that box. Me personally, I would have bought another watch with that money. But if you have the box, flaunt the box. Enjoy the box.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. The problem is, you know, Alex, I just love the box. You know, it's one of these things I've wanted for 20 years.
Got it. Well, you know,
it's so special to have, you know.
Well, I've got one of those winder boxes, you know, just because it's easy. But you know, I think when it comes to accessories, you get the accessories that make you feel best. You know, some people go through a lot of issue to make sure that their static display, they get a case with a glass. Like I know some people who have those vertical spinner boxes that have the big glass panel so that you can see all the watches like a wall display. And that's okay too. You know, I think it all depends on how you want to display. I know some people who have a big collection and don't display anything. They just keep it all in their safe, you know? But if you have that baton, that's a beautiful box. You should just enjoy it.
Now, I've got to show you something else.
Well, while you're looking for it, let me show you that. This is the one I wear with the purists. See, because the thing about if you're surrounded by watch purists, wear vintage. A watch purist can't say shit about vintage. And this is a 1970s Walkman flyback. You know, what are you going to say against the 1970s Walkman flyback? Walkman got bought by the company that eventually became Breitling. And this is such an old school flyback. It has a third pusher to reset the subdials because the subdials just spin with the movement. But it's a flyback chrono from the 70s. Because whenever I go watch shopping, I always wear vintage.
What do you think of that for sexy? That's the Japanese designer Kamakuri Mukafakio. He's come back to Louis Vuitton. He's come back.
Mukafakio.
Well, that's the one you wear. That's the one you wear in Monaco. You carry that in Monaco while you're wearing your Brooks Brothers polo shirt and your, Cartier sneakers and all that. It's a bit of a poser bag, but I can't say shit because I'm wearing a rollie. You know, you pose. We all pose to a degree.
If pajamas became a Louis Vuitton bag, that's the bag. Hey, did you sell your Birkins?
There's still, we've got one sold. I don't hassle him, okay?
Well, what about the other one? We should talk.
We're working on it. I want to show you something out. So talk to me. I want to say this to you, right? In all honesty, these
Frank and honest.
yeah, these, I got to be honest with you, okay? These, by the way,
you should say, Archie, you should say, I'll be frank, because it has the same impact, but it doesn't imply that you're not honest.
He likes to be redundant and to say the same thing twice.
I got to tell you something.
Tell us.
His name was Takashi, and his surname is Murakami. He was also an architect out of interest. He did a lot of architectural things. Why? Tell me this, the Boulevard, the tuning fork watch, those are very popular.
Well, they're history.
Excuse me. They were a significant watch.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Well, they were the bridge technology between mechanical and quartz. A lot of people like to talk about the Speedmaster as the space watch, but actually the Accutron was the true space watch, because NASA wound up, because it can be driven with a current, NASA wound up putting these in the dashboards of almost all the spacecraft. This actually, well, a lot of people don't know this, but when the Accutron first came out, it was considered defense level technology because timing is very critical to military. And this was invented in the mid 50s. It went into space on the Vanguard satellite in 57 and didn't appear on the wristwatch until 60.
What was the name of the first dog in space?
Leica.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Dog. And what happened to Leica?
Probably burned up on reentry.
No, she came back alive.
Oh, they brought her back alive? Very cool.
Yes,
Which one didn't come back? There was one that didn't come back.
might have been the monkey.
A bunch of them didn't come back. and if you believe the conspiracy theories, a few cosmonauts didn't either.
I believe that was Ed White and Gus Grissom didn't come back.
Well, they died in Apollo 1.
That's right, on the ground.
Grissom, Griff, and Chaffee.
I wrote to the widows. I was in 4th grade. I was 10 years old. I wrote to the widows, and all of them replied to me.
Very cool. Very, very, very cool. You know that. But then again, they're nice people, and they probably got a lot of really touching fan mail.
Sure, they got millions of pieces, but I did get I got hand signed notes from all of them. It was crazy.
Very cool. That is awesome. That is awesome.
And I named my first dog Gus for Gus Grissom. I was 11 when I got that dog.
Well, Grissom got a hard. He was lucky to get back into this. I mean, ironically, because he wound up dying in it.
He screwed the pooch.
He screwed the pooch with the mercury, right? They blame him for the capsule sinking. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
The pooch. I got to tell you, Leica, that's exactly it. Tell me this, in your watch, what's your 5 top watches?
My 5 top watches? My 5 top watches. I'll line them up right now. 1, 2, 3.
Patel Philippe, super chat. Where have you been? We got Patel Philippe. Alex, for the record, Mark's so connected to the space program, he hates the moon watch.
Well,
that's interesting. Moonwatch.
It is true. However, very few people seem to remember that the Rolex GMT also went into space, and I've got 3 of those. So
okay, I will challenge you on that, because yes, there were at least 2 Rolexes that went to the moon, but they were under the spacesuit. They were passengers.
They were touching
passengers.
They were touching
the Speedmaster was on the outside of the suit. It was crew.
So it never actually touched the astronaut. Whereas the Rollies were personally owned, not issued, beloved instruments taken up there because that's what the astronauts trusted. They're Rollies.
The bull of a lunar pilot went to the moon as a private watch.
Well,
Apollo 15.
It had to go private. You know why?
Well, because Bulliver wasn't selected by NASA.
NASA declared it a shitter.
Well, actually, I didn't hear anything about NASA's opinion of the lunar pilot. I had thought they had just given it to them because they were missing out on that sweet, sweet astronaut arm action. But if you think about, though, the Speedmaster.
Wait, that sounds really dirty, Alex. Just so you know. Say it again real slow.
Sweet, sweet astronaut arm action. But now, and I missed your name earlier, and you keep calling me by mine, and I feel terrible. I haven't been able to answer you back.
It's Mark.
I am, in fact,
Mark. Mark. Okay, Mark.
Mark Goldberg, world famous author. Let me tell you this now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now, let me tell you, this guy is not just a normal guy. Let dogs be dogs. That's him there. Okay, he looked younger and had more hair, but that's him. Look at that. That's Mark Goldberg.
I'm working on my
book.
You know what, Archie? My agent called me today, and she's got me working on a fourth one.
Well, I only have the one.
Hold on.
This is my book.
Let's have a look.
A novel.
Interesting. Very nice. Yeah, good for you.
It's about computers in the brain.
Where was it published?
New York. It was a small publishing house called Zep Tepe Publishing, and it came out in 2006.
Interesting.
But I'm a professional writer by trade, and there's an old saying: "The cobbler's children have no shoes." I just haven't had the time to finish my second because my day job. I'm a magazine editor.
Well, I was a magazine editor for 30 years, and I can tell you this, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You could bang out a 500-word article in 20 minutes. So why don't you bang out 500 words a day on your own book, and then it'll be done in less than a year. You don't actually have a time problem. You have a discipline problem, Alex, and I know this because I am you. And
You're right. It took me 6 years to write the first one.
I have a rule when I'm writing a book: 500 words a day minimum, and then it cranks itself out.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Mark.
There you go.
You're absolutely right, Mark. But yeah, but as far as top five, okay, here's my top five. Here's my top five.
We're zooming in.
The Rolly,
Uno,
the Cartier, the Breitling, the Zenith, and the Speedy.
All right. Very creditable. There's nothing embarrassing.
I have a couple of others that I like a lot. For example, these guys are also very great pieces. The Mont Blanc and the Frédéric Constant, but they're not as classic as the Breitling, as the Cartier, as the Rolex.
Now you're really on the stream, Alex, because Archie's reading a book and entertaining himself while you talk. I'm trying to find something for you guys. I'm trying to find something for you.
Well, I'm going to give you a heads up. I'm out in about 15 minutes because it's already 1:15 a.m. here. And
that's the pattern. The patterns there.
They are nice patterns.
Do you have
nice patterns?
Did you have an agent on that book?
No, actually, what happened was I grew up in New York City, and at the time I was living in Brooklyn. And I had, like I said, it took me 6 years to write the book, and I was just talking to people about it. And there was this, they're not even in business anymore. Zep Tepe Publishing, they were a small publishing house. Like I said, the book came out in 2006, and they're like, "Hey, Alex, why don't you let us publish it?" But it worked out because I'm on Amazon, because it's in the system now, so I don't have to worry about it. But the irony is,
still in print?
Yeah, it's still in print. You can buy it. I mean, I'm number.
Well, if they went out of that's very fortunate for you. That's excellent. But if they went out, who's got the rights? Who's printing it?
Amazon's got it print on demand. I have a direct.
Oh, you got the rights back. I understand. Okay, super chat.
Here we go. Super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. AC3. Can you pay attention to Alex's top 5?
Well, let's
Alex,
have another look,
Alex, let me tell you this now. Let's
put them back up.
I can remember what they are. You don't need to show them. I can tell you what they are. You got the Speedy, you've got the Cartier, you got the Zenith, you got the Breitling. And what's the 5th one? Oh, the Rolex.
Rolex.
Alex, tell me this with the watches itself there. What do you think? What's your ultimate grail for you?
Well, this was my original grail. When I first started really heavily collecting about a decade ago, because I was always into watches from childhood.
Look at this,
when I started really...
What faces? This man loves the shotgun. Look at this. He loves. This is the greatest.
I like.
You know what? This watch is not only a grail. It's horology. Like you think about it, that movement. Rolex used the movement. It doesn't get better than that.
I'd like the watch.
They reissue in historical colors.
Nobody likes the gash. It's the gash. It's the bullet hole, Archie. It's the.
Well, you can get it without. You can get it without the open heart.
I know. I had it. Hold on. I'm trying to tell you.
You can get it without the open heart.
I know.
And my current grail.
That one was mine. Have a look.
There you go. And I realized that a grail maybe should be a watch that you can't get. And so my current grail is the Gerard Perregaux Constant Force Escapement.
Gerard Perregaux. Okay, real quick. Super chat. It's on the board.
Super chat. Where have you been? $5. AC3, please show your guest the books. Come on, man. That's embarrassing.
No, but I'm sorry. The boss has, Patel Philippe is, of course, the CEO and boss.
On demand. I slapped it together
quick. Get it up.
Listen, I had writer's block. I had writer's block, you fuck faces. I had writer's block. I couldn't get in the mood.
Yeah, 3 published
my coffee up. I just couldn't do it. It was never good enough. So you know what I decided? It was never good enough. I decided near enough is good enough. No proofreading, no nothing. Just slop it out as fast as I can.
It's still on
Amazon.
Use
Lulu.
Show
You know Lulu?
Lulu? Yes.
You know
yes, I've heard of them.
Show it.
Yeah, I slopped it together with Lulu.
Show it.
And I overpriced it. And you know what?
People still buy it. Because you're beloved.
Yeah. You know what? Well, fuck it. You know what? He embarrassed. I'm sick of this. I had enough. Okay, we got 2 accomplished authors here.
Would you like to return the $5 to Patel Philippe, or would you prefer to show your book on Amazon? Let's go. Pick one. No, just go on Amazon, share the screen.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, mine's number 17,000. Mine's number 17,000 in Thrillers on Amazon.
That's pretty good. That's actually quite good.
That's why I because when you think about how many books are out there.
Well, what that means is you're buying, like at least 3 books a month. I actually have to buy my own book.
It's $50 now. Did you know oh fuck? Why the fuck does it JFJBHT? By the way, okay, so it's got to please, guys. Can you please put some positive star ratings on my books? Because some fucking asshole doesn't think it's worth $50.
And I'm editor-in-chief of this magazine.
Oh,
there you go.
This is my book. This is my book, right?
By Paul Paluda.
Nice.
Now, I got to tell you. Now, hang on a minute there. Let's not just, before we start backslapping each other.
But that's not luxury to last.
Let's look at some of the reviews. Hey, can we look at the reviews? Okay.
Sure.
I think I reviewed it.
I got 1-star reviews. Look at this stuff. I have the most returns in Amazon history. Okay, it's got a 90% return rate. Okay.
That's funny.
I should have read the other reviews, but not much substance to this book in its few pages.
Alex, good for you for running a magazine. As you know, probably 90% of trade magazines and consumer magazines have closed over the last 10, 15 years.
Well, frankly,
tremendous consolidation.
You know what? The customers, they deserve this shit. You know this?
The primary reason this is still in print is it's the IEEE.
I got 40%, 44% 1-star reviews. What does that mean? What does that mean, Mark?
It means you got some work to do. You got some work to do, buddy.
Yeah, no, Mark, I'm lucky because the IEEE is, as you know, the NGO for electronics, and this is their Power Electronics magazine. So
it's supported by an organization.
Anyhow,
exactly.
Enough about me. Let's move back onto.
Well, there are some super chats. I'm just trying to find the next one.
So Archie, what do you think about vintage like this old Walkman?
You know, Walkman actually they had the agency for LiVESTREAM as well, I think, didn't they? Oh, that's Watamaker.
Super chat.
1 minute. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, get Alex's contact. Would love to see him on the show again. Alex, we would love to see you. How can we get in touch? In the private chat, you can put your email or your phone number.
Well, we've corresponded email.
Okay. There we go. There we go. Oh, yes, we have. That's right, because you apologize because you fucked up the time. No worries at all. Alex, I like retro. You like my retro Nikon? Retro Nikon?
Super chat.
You need a retro Nikon. Here's another where we're going to echo each other.
These two are getting gay for each other, guys. I mean,
what model is that? What model you got? What model is that?
FM2. I got an old FM2.
Boys,
see, this looks like an FM2. This is the digital Nikon ZFC. This is the
digital. This is 35 millimeter.
I know. It looks like it. It looks like it, but it actually is digital. We got another super chat. The Rancher, $5. Thoughts and prayers to the victims of this live stream. We gotta love the Rancher. Love the Rancher. I gotta tell you, Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Let me just quickly.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be on.
Your top
it's been
5
an absolute pleasure.
I gotta tell you, man, you have 5 steel stunners. I love them. Quality watches. I love the Zenith. That's really is an icon. First automatic watch. You got the Speedy, one of the greatest pieces of American history in watches because it went to it's just a manual wind chronograph. It is superb. You have the Rolex. You got the Rolex. That's Rolex Sub, is it? Rolex Submariner, isn't it?
The 41 ceramic, yeah.
I had the same one stolen in the burglary. I'm serious. That was I actually really love that watch. And there's something about it's steel with the date. It is just the reason I went for the date and not the non-date was the non-date is really trendy. So I do the opposite to what's trendy. So I wanted
and I wear the Cartier to the parties where I know that everyone else is going to be wearing a Rolex, I wear this.
And it's classy. Cartier is classy as fuck. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? With watches like this, you don't jerk off to ex-porn. You actually get real women to come over and fuck, don't you? This is
I have seen a woman naked at one point.
I must admit, you would be perfect for the Breguet Moments commercial. Have you seen the commercials they make for Breguet?
I haven't been screened that high, I guess.
No. But Alex, the thing is, they are actually very, very on the secondary market. I kid you not. I paid $8,000 US, right?
Well, I'm currently on the hunt for a JLC Polaris Chrono, and that you can get one of those for about $8,000.
Alex, I'm just telling you now. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is my favorite. I want to show you my favorite. I love commercials. I'm a bit of a madman sort of person. I love commercials and advertising because I got suckered in to advertising. And I want to run this I just want to run this before you go. Please let me run this.
Sure.
I got to run this for my friend. Look at this. This guy. Look at this. Now, who the fuck can pull off white pants? Listen to this. White pants. Look at this. White fucking pants, a double-breasted jacket, and a
let's hope it's before Labor Day.
Right? Look at this. He's going to Breguet, picking up his watch, and then look at this. He's going to a very expensive barber. This barber would probably be 120 in New York, easily. And all he's done is just trim the mustache, couple snips. That's all he's done, really.
Like I said, if you're going to be top shelf, be top shelf.
He's smoking cigars. How non-woke is this? Smoking a stoogie. Fuck me dead, yes. He's smelling it. Because
Archie, the guys are really complaining
smell
about
of
this
fresh tobacco. Let me just say this. There is nothing sweeter than the smell of pussy and the smell of fresh tobacco.
You can smell pussy. Something is wrong with it. Number one. Number two, you've lost like 12 viewers since you started playing this commercial. The guys are revolting. They don't want to watch this again.
Okay, now look at this guy here. I want to show you something.
The peanut gallery is angry.
He's picking the leather for his bicycle seat. Now, he's wearing his suit with a bicycle with no chain guard. He's wearing linen pants. I mean, do you understand?
He should definitely roll up.
He's going to get fucking oil on his pants, but he doesn't give a fuck because he is so cool.
He should roll up the left or the right leg at the minimum.
His suit is on there. He's wearing his suit. Then he goes to his tailor.
Yeah, I think the bicycle part. I think the bicycle part would have gone off better if he had a bespoke bicycle suit.
Okay, it's not just a bicycle; it's a Breguet bicycle. Do you understand? Like this is a 20,000 euro bicycle. Who the fuck gets a wool tie? If you're going to get a custom tie, would you really pick wool?
It has good hang. It has good drape. Wool's a nice fabric for that kind of.
You know what happens when it gets wet? It smells like sheep.
Look at this. My Breguet.
If you're that kind of a guy, you'd have an umbrella.
And we got Herman Ingram joining the stream. Another cool guy. This guy.
Well, that works out because that way we'll have a changing of the guard. Because that way.
I can't do it, guys. It's beyond me.
All his life. Listen to me. He saved all his life to get a Steinway piano. They're like $100,000.
Can save us.
He got $100,000.
Okay, before I leave.
No, don't leave because I'm gonna leave first, dear. I just wanted to say that that guy's skinny-legged pants are so fabulous. Oh,
$20.
Goodness.
$10.
Oh my goodness. I love men
Alex,
with
did you know
pants.
I think that's an old
we saw this one earlier.
Did we? All right.
Yes. I have one last watch I'm going to show you before I leave.
Yes.
I have one more and I know you're going to crap all over it. I bought it to review. I only paid $300 for this watch.
What is it?
It's the Panda Seagull.
Seagull.
Ah, seagull.
Oh, Chinese crab. Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's the Venus. It is the Venus chrono movement.
Wow.
Can I ask you something, Alex? How much stuff do you think the Swiss actually make in China that we don't know about?
Bracelets.
I would say there are a lot of parts. I would say that a lot of parts.
What makes
but the Seagull, you know, if this is the kind of watch I would recommend to someone just getting into it. It's a nice piece. The Venus movement is a true column wheel chronograph, hand wound.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not pretentious.
Well, that's for sure.
It doesn't have a vertical clutch, but does it?
You know what? No, it does not have a vertical clutch. It does not have a vertical clutch. It's a horizontal clutch. Let me just double check looking at it. Yep.
But still, it's a column wheel.
It's a column wheel. Well, it's like I said, it's essentially the old Venus design that they sold to the Chinese. And the nice thing about it is the Chinese never refined it. It's the exact same movement from then. And like I said, I bought it to review it, and I'm going to sell it to a friend who's, you know, I always have these guys at the bar who were like, "Hey, let me what do you got?" And because they know
Tell
I'm
it to
always,
the guy with the fake Rolex. He will appreciate it.
Well, the funny thing is, I sold him a Rado Captain Cook. You know, he's got.
Well, that's a cool watch.
Isn't that a cool watch? The Captain Cook Chrono.
Rados. You know, Rado is a great brand. That's you don't see them around anymore, do you, Rado? Rado was huge in the 80s.
Well, the Captain Cook has put it back on a lot of people's radar.
Rado is big in India.
Very big, very big. So, on that note, gentlemen, I really enjoyed.
Alex, is David Hasselhoff really big in Germany?
I just met him, in fact.
See, he's big in Germany, guys.
He's very big in Germany.
Just like Rado is big in India. How did you meet David Hasselhoff and why?
Well, as you know, like I said, I'm a electronic engineering journalist,
Yes.
and so I was in Munich in November for the Electronica conference, and a company called New Power.
Brought him in.
And a company called New Power had him as their booth talent. So everybody was lined up to have pictures and all. And the thing about David Hasselhoff is he's famous in Germany, not just because he's a movie star. He's kind of like Wayne. He's kind of like Wayne Newton, right? He has a lounge act.
Yeah.
And when the wall came down, he showed up in Berlin when the wall came down with like a LED jacket, and he did a whole big freedom song, and so the Germans just love him because he was there, you know.
Yeah, got it.
But he has a lounge act, and it's not. I mean, I've never seen it, but I know people who have, and he's like the Wayne Newton of Germany.
That's the Haas.
So on that note, thank you, Archie, Paul, and Mark, thank you for allowing me to participate in this wondrous, charming.
Anytime. I tell you again, you're welcome anytime. I really loved your 5-piece, great collection.
Meal deal.
You're a great collector, man. You're doing America proud in Germany. Please keep it up. Come on our stream. We'd love to have you more often. And the important thing is, man, wear your watches, enjoy them. I museumed them and they were stolen, and you know I look at my watches now. Everything I want to buy, I wear. I want to wear the fucking thing. I wear it.
Well, you know, when I travel, I take like when I was in Munich at Electronica. It's a 4-day trade show. I brought 6 watches with me. I changed my watch every day at the show.
Yes.
Wear them. Wear your watches. It's like Toy Story. They're in the safe talking to each other. Why didn't he take us?
Yes, exactly it. No, I totally agree with you, man. Thank you so much, Alex, and we will see you again, man. Thank you so much.
Of course you will. Thank you, my friend.
That's just beautiful, Alex. That is just fucking beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that.
There you go. Take care, gents. Take care, everybody out there. Have a great one.
Marky, that was a great interview with him. Did we scare him off? What did you think?
Good guy. No. I feel like he is a...
Is he cool enough for the Breguet Moments commercial?
He's
Maybe not.
No, you listen, you scared away half the audience with that, but not him.
Yes.
Actually, you know, as much as the guys complain, we have more viewers now than we did when you started that commercial. So
yeah, that commercial means a lot to me, you know, because I
yes,
want to.
Believe me, we know. Maybe we should see it again. Yeah. Oh wait, fuck, never mind. No. Sorry, the guys will kill me. But if Marky, I want to fucking guys,
what did you think of his watches there? Seriously, those 5 he had. So he had the Speedy, he had the Zenith. What did you think? What do you think? Some of the garbage doesn't really appeal to me.
Well, like me, I am not one to talk. I have boxes and boxes of garbage, mid and low tier. So this is so I kind of understand where he's coming from, because he does have a lot of crap, but I'm not one to talk. I have a lot of garbage too. He just likes watches. He likes every end of the watch.
Does he need a gold piece? I think he needs a gold piece. What do you think?
It would give him a little bit more credibility, but then again, being where he's located in Europe, he does have access to interviewing a lot of interesting people. So I feel like he's got good.
What's your favorite out of his good stuff? What's his? I got to tell you, the Zenith. That's just fuck. He's impressed me. This is a serious fucking watch aficionado. Only aficionado would love an open heart.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that he's got a Santos chronograph because it's a really well-known watch, but he went for the complication that most people don't get on that. You know, kind of a little ballsy to buy that watch, I think. Anyway, he has taste, like me.
I like his Navi. It's a GMT one. You know, that's a little bit left of center.
You know what? Listen, I like food. Okay, so I like gourmet food, Rolex, Breguet, Patek, but I also like gas station hot dogs, and you know that's half of his watches.
Gas station.
What
What do you think of gas station food?
You want to know what? There's a certain pleasure in banging the fat chick. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be, you know, top flight. Sometimes you just want a greasy hamburger to cure the hangover. And
yes, Mark. This is one of the joys of life. Like some fried dim sims, for example. And I especially like the dim sims that have been sitting in the hot box for like 3 hours. You know what I mean? They're extra, you know, not just freshly cooked. I want them sitting there savoring the oil.
You know what fascinated me in both Australia and New Zealand were the basically gas station meat pies. You know?
Yes.
Oh, look who we have. Speaking of oily meat pies, we have an oily meat pie of our own.
We got gas station lawyer. Hello. Hello, gas station lawyer.
You know what is another joy of life?
What's that?
Here we go. That was quick.
He's
That
lovely.
was
We
short.
love him.
You know what? That was his best appearance ever. Short and sweet.
He's a good man.
You know what though? That's a great idea for a book. Gas station lawyer. You know, guy rents a little like shed behind the gas station at a truck stop. And he works his way into a big case.
Next to the backroom bathrooms, you know.
Exactly. Gas station lawyer. Don't steal my idea, guys.
Yeah,
sounds like a novel. Archie, you and I are going to write it together. What do you think? Oh, I'm writing.
And what we'll do is you'll do a page, then I do a page. You do a page. Then I...
Problem is, I'll write all my pages every other, and then you'll never write yours.
No. We can do this, Marky.
Right.
I'd love to have a. You know, I got to tell you, man, some of the best times I had have just been the banter and the chat.
Good times.
Talking about some color. This is what draws me into the hobby. It's not just possessing so many fucking watches.
Right.
It's the link together. You know what I mean?
It's the human link. So my agent said, I told my agent the idea for the next book, which I've already, you know, I'm probably halfway done, maybe more.
What is the idea? Can you tell us?
I can't tell you because she said, ooh, I'm going to try and sell that to Amazon or Netflix as like as movie content or TV or movie. So who knows? Sometimes they option stuff like that. Like I have a friend, you know, my friend who wrote the book Safecracker about opening Prince's Vault. Yeah, which I wrote the forward to that book. That got optioned. And I have another friend whose book got optioned. Oh, beautiful book. Last Call, Eddie Lanes. Anyway, that book got optioned too. And neither of them got made into movies. That's what happens. A lot of these guys buy an option on a book, and then they decide whether they're going to make the movie or not, depending on if they get funding for it. So, but an option gets you like $25,000. So it's a nice.
Wow, we like the money. We want the money, big boy. We want the moolah.
And then if they make the movie, it's probably, you know, quadruple that, like maybe another.
Nobody's asked me about the movie for collecting Louis Vuitton yet.
Well, I feel like luxury to last is really that's
you know, I got to tell you something, Mark. Seriously, I've changed my collecting a bit. I'm now more focused on usability than just museum, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think that's the best way to go.
You need watches you can wear. That's why I took of my rollies, the ones that I want to wear with some regularity, I just insured them. So now I don't care. I don't worry.
Tell me this. What do you think of Watch Nicholas's Oyster He's sorry, Yachtmaster in white gold. What do you think of that? I think it's fucking beautiful.
Oh no, I love it. Yeah.
I would have the big problem, Mark, if I was going to get one. Say I was going to get a white gold Yachtmaster. Biggest problem I have is that, oh fuck, I think I'd go for the yellow gold bluesy. Like you'd have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. The problem with white gold is it's actually more expensive in most versions than yellow gold, but it looks like steel. So basically,
but it feels different. It feels.
It does. It feels much different. But what I'm saying is, it takes really big balls to spend $40,000-$50,000 on a watch that looks like it cost a fraction of that. And if you're going to spend 40 grand on a watch,
it looks like a fake Submariner.
You just want to wear something that goes, get the fuck out of my way, and that is yellow gold.
Yeah.
Because you know what? White gold is subtle, and you and I are not subtle people. Super chat.
Mobster $2. I want to daily a solid yellow gold Daytona. Should I do it? You betcha. Do it. Do it.
Listen, I know somebody who does. He actually doesn't know anything about Rolex. That just happens to be the one that he got and the one that he likes. He didn't even know it was called a Daytona. He just thought it was a Rolex. But you can easily insure that. I did it online, and I would just insure it and daily the fuck out of that. That's what I would do.
Yes,
daily the crap out of it. But I got mine from a very well-known online insurance. I don't know if you want to. It's not an endorsement, but anyway, I did it online. You just shoot them a picture of the watch, of the papers, of the and the receipt or the appraisal, and then it's like instantaneously bound. They bind it. You get a binder in the mail immediately, email, and it's really actually pretty inexpensive to do it. Less than 1% per thousand. Anyway.
Yes, but I got to be honest with you, Marky.
$200, and I did my gold sub, and now I can wear it and not even think about it.
That's per year.
Yes.
But Marky, I honestly wanted to ask you: is there a step in your mind when you go from the steel to getting a gold piece? Did you see that as a big step yourself?
Oh my God, yeah, it was. Well, I was a little flush with cash at the time, so it wasn't so painful.
What happened? How were you flush? Tell us the story.
Well, it was COVID. COVID. I made a lot of money. COVID was weirdly good for my business, like weirdly good.
Yeah, I made a lot of money. I put 300,000 into watches, and the burglars took it away.
Yeah, no, that was a bad deal. You would have done very well in COVID because people were not, doing anything, had nothing to spend their money on. They were just glued to their YouTubes, and they had super chat money. And in my case, they were stuck home with the dogs, and they weren't spending money on vacations, so they were stuck home with the dogs. The dogs were driving them crazy, and I worked for 3 solid years almost without a day off. It was the money was amazing. So while some people were hurt by COVID, I like restaurant owners and stuff like that.
Did you think it would last forever, or did you know it would come to an end?
No, I mean, I figured it had to come to an end. It was just
unlike me. I was spending money like a drunken sailor in a whorehouse.
Well, no, what I did was I tried to put my money.
I leased a BMW. How fucking stupid is that?
Well, I tried to be careful.
I leased it.
I was more careful. I paid off. I paid off any debt that I had, consumer debt, mortgage. I just paid off debt and had a bit of money left over and threw it at a gold Rolex, which, may not be worth exactly what I paid for it, but close enough that I wouldn't feel bad if I needed to get out of it. And then things slowed down, and they are still slower than they were. But I'm a bit older, and I'm practically retired. A lot of people my age are retiring. And I don't want to retire. I'm still writing. I'm still training dogs. But if it's a little slower in my particular case, that's actually a good thing. The books really helped me, Archie, because
Mark,
if dog
you're
training
a very
slowed
fucking
down.
clever guy. I got to tell you something, man. You are a fucking very clever, humble guy when you have had a lot of achievements. You were, the thing that I find fascinating with you, you're not just a fucking dog trainer. You where you worked in your your family business, which was a huge American Taylor locks. They were huge.
when I was in college, yeah.
You had a grandfather. My grandfather was picking up cigarette butts to smoke when he was unemployed. Your grandfather was driving around in a black fucking Buick. I mean,
Yes, he was.
how fucking cool is that?
And he did that,
Black
I think,
Buick.
because, you know what? Cadillac was
then-
too flashy. He didn't like flash.
And then you not only you did that, you became an expert on safes, obviously working in the lock business, safe and locks.
A little bit.
And then you had a publishing business, which the funny thing with you is, I got to hand it to you, all of these businesses, you knew when to get out. You know what I mean? Like, it's the second last idiot. You sold it before it went.
I've had a bit of luck.
You know what I mean?
I've had a bit of luck, but I will tell you, one of the keys to luck, Archie, is the harder I worked, the luckier I got. And there he goes. The harder I worked, the luckier I got.
I gotta tell you, man, you were a fucking very clever guy.
And
And
a lot of times I worked a lot of 15-hour days in my life. But I love what I do, so I was always just very lucky in the sense that
yeah, but I mean, you and then you also had some personal in issues there where you came out, which in a difficult time where it's not as accepting now. There were some fucking real cunts in your day, real nasty.
It was a little
fucking
scary.
cunts.
Yeah, it was a little scary.
And I mean, I think it takes a lot of courage to come out. And I mean, now we're all very accepting, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all.
No, it wasn't. So, and I got super lucky because I had a wonderful wife who is now my wonderful baby mama, and I have kids and grandkids. Got a third grandchild on the way. So I just been.
Could you have stayed with her, or it would not have worked?
I mean, this is not really a subject for YouTube. Let's just say we really had to think it over, both of us. Many, really, we had a lot of love for one another and still do. So
yeah,
we're still in close.
She would have done anything for you. Could I please have that? Can I please have?
No, because that one hits really close to home because she would have. both of them would have done anything for us. And in your case, you could have had a Taiwan basket.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
You know what a Taiwan basket is, don't you, Archie?
Yeah. I like that shit.
Just gone and just
spun it. I tell you honestly, that's one of the big regrets I have, because she was actually a really decent person. She was eccentric as fuck.
You know what? She was very nice. She was very kind to me on the phone.
Smart, very clever.
And I believe she had some money. I believe she was well.
Yeah, there was a little bit.
I believe she was rather well to do. And not only that, but as a medical professional, she knew a lot about the female anatomy because
she had special cream. Let me just tell you this: she had special cream. It did shit I never seen him do before.
Is that right? She woke up little Archie. She woke little Archie right up.
I didn't know what the fuck she did. I've been trying. I don't know what it was. I'm just telling you. But Mark, I got to tell you something. My life itself, I've had there's been the last couple of years. Since I turned 50, it's been difficult. But I thought the burglary was fucking hard until the tragedy with my son. And I kind of, now I'm starting to appreciate what I got.
Well, it's a little bit of a reset because it kind of tells you what's important. And watches are it's not the end of the world. It's a little bit more like the people that you love are the.
Yeah. It's
and watches are important. It is what we focus our time, energy, and money on. But we love them, but not in the same way that we love our kids.
No, that's exactly it, Mark. And I think the thing with the watches is, if there was no community to go with it, I don't think our collections would be anything like we have.
We've been a terrible influence on one another. A terrible influence.
But what else are you going to buy?
Do you know what? I bought a 16613 aluminum bezeled bluesy because of you.
It's a great watch. What did you do with it?
Well, first of all, you shat on it because it didn't have gold through the buckle. This was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I was not. I don't think it matters now, but anyhow,
I remember you
go
saying
on.
gold through the buckle, it doesn't have gold through the buckle, and then I was like, fuck, yeah, because I had the earlier version that did not have gold through the buckle. But at the end of the day, it took me a long time to finally get out of it, but I did, got my money out of it. But what I discovered over time was I didn't love hollow center links, and I didn't like thin pressed metal clasps. And I don't even like aluminum bezels. I like ceramic. So I kind of updated everything. But I also had a 1660, whatever, the Sea Dweller. I had an aluminum Sea Dweller, and I had a 14060, two-line no-date sub. I had all kinds of vintagey, neo-vintage subs. But I got rid of all of those and went ceramic, all ceramic.
Super chat. Can I wear this bag? Can I pull that off? Could I pull it off?
I feel like that's the girlfriend bag, and she gets custody of it.
Super chat. I want a super chat.
I don't know, man.
I want a super chat. Super chat. Super
A
chat.
little, you know what? Let's just say my boyfriend would carry that proudly. So if you ever want to sell it, let me know.
You know what I mean? It's just a.
Oh, I know.
Just a beautiful red interior. It's so lovely. I just love this.
I can't believe how many guys are watching this conversation. Guys, I would like to
super chat.
Hold on, let's get a closer look. I'd like to apologize, guys, in advance for this particular segment of the live stream. Maybe we should look at a watch. This is the Zen 104. It's got a Solita movement in it, but it does have a display back. And this was reported to be Tim Masso's favorite watch for years. Day-date function. I kind of like this one. Give me a second. I've got to plug in my computer before it dies. Slow clap.
Hey guys, this is the ArchieLuxury channel. We're just waiting for Mark to plug his PC in. I'm here to entertain you. We're here to talk anything you want, guys. Super chat now to become the front of the queue. We are here to help you. Interesting. I did a HIV test. Yes, I did. I did 4 HIV tests. One was invalid because I put the solution into the wrong part. But
oh shit, that's scary. You know what?
Back negative.
Listen, tell you what. One of the worst things that ever happened to me in my life was I got a false positive on one of those saliva ones before they were approved by the government here.
Oh fuck! That's nasty.
Yeah, and you could buy them on eBay, so they were cheap, but apparently they didn't work. And mine came up positive, so I'm like, oh my god, this is years ago. This was, today. Look, HIV is no laughing matter, guys. But so wrap that rascal. Be careful. However, there are treatments now that keep it, manageable, like diabetes, for example. But back then, it was kind of a death sentence. And so I had to go in for the blood
and the
test.
Advertising at the time wasn't any help.
Right? Exactly. I had to go in for a blood test, and the blood tests back then took a week. So it took me a week to find out that, I wasn't going to die. Jesus.
Billie Jean, PhD, $2. Gast watch if 2024. Ghost.
Gayest watch of 2024. What is the gayest watch? What's a gay watch? Have to be, I know, the Rainbow Breitling. I really want it. I want you to look at this thing, Archie. Can you get Breitling up? Get their website up. Let's have a look at a watch. I need some help from the peanut gallery here. I would do it, but I don't remember how to do the present thing.
Sorry, I'll get it. You want to get a Breitling? What Breitling do you want up?
So it's a Breitling. It's the current Breitling Chronomat Rainbow.
I love that watch, Marky.
It's really cool, but I'm trying to buy it a little cheaper. It's like $5,200. I really want to pay closer in the $4s. It's not down there that far yet.
Is that,
and
I
like
about this one here?
Yeah. No, I have that one.
You have that one. You're talking about this one, aren't you?
Yes, it's this one.
Fuck it. Just get it, Mark. Come on.
And, like go over 2. Go to the 2 over and that one. Yeah.
Oh,
because
fuck.
I love the strap. Yeah, the teal strap and the
you
rainbow.
You can just get one and change the strap, can't you?
Actually, they make 7 straps, and you can buy them all. Collect them all. Yeah.
Okay. It's the same head, isn't it?
Correct. But zero in on that at home, guys. I don't know, Archie, if you can, but if you like pinch and zoom in on there, you will see it is a very bright rainbow lume.
I'm bringing it up. 1 minute.
What are we eating?
Brownie my son made.
I hope it's not a special brownie.
See, I love it. You know, in this day and age, if I was cooking when I was a kid, they say, "Oh, you're da 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 da." Now,
yeah, the kids take home ec in school. The boys do now. We didn't, but anyway, look at that. Isn't that cool? The price you're seeing, guys, is Australian dollars.
well, there's nothing like doing home ec when they're talking menstrual systems, and you're the only boy in the room.
I see. Anyway,
I love the teal, by the way. I love the teal.
Isn't that a great strap? Red, orange, yellow, and teal are among the available colors. Anyway, what do you think, guys? Do I get it? Do I need it? I have that one that you showed. I have one of 250. But I don't love it. And I think because it's a little small and because it's a friction fit bezel, whereas I'm pretty sure this one has a click spring. The guys don't like it.
Buy it. How much can you get it secondhand for?
Okay, it's $5,200, and you can buy them all day long for $4,900. Like 40, 46, 40. I don't know. I'm a buyer at like $1,000 off. I want to pay like $4,200 for it, but I haven't found that deal yet. Joma keeps saying they have it for $39.95, and then you try and order it, and oh, we don't have it. Well, it's bait and switch. Bait and switch. A lot of guys advertise watches they don't have.
Thing is, can I ask you this? If you would you secondhand, can you get much of a discount? You go to Breitling and say, "Come on, guys, I know your shit is discounted."
I suppose if you went in, probably not in a boutique, but if you went into a Breitling dealer, I'm sure you could get. They'll probably like 10. They'll pay your tax, so like 10. Maybe
that's not enough.
I agree.
Not enough.
I agree.
I want 30 off. Okay.
Me too.
You can't pay retail for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Do they come up secondhand?
Well, you know what? They're pretty new, so they're just starting to come up secondhand. They're just starting. But I don't know how many of them they've sold. It's kind of a Marmite watch, not every dude is going to wear some kind of
I'd
Easter...
fucking wear it just because I'm friends with you.
Well, thank you.
And I know it would piss you off that I had one and you don't.
A little bit, a little bit. Forbin says it matches my colored dingleberries. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking I might have to buy. What I do, guys, is I like to stalk eBay. I save a search for watches that I like, and then I'm not looking for dealers who are selling it. I'm looking for some guy whose wife said, "Get rid of that fucking thing and put me in a new oven. I need a new fridge. You got to remodel the bathroom." And those guys will dump out of these watches at unreasonably low levels. And that's what I'm looking for. And you could tell that guy on eBay because they're not professional pictures. They're shitty pictures. And that's so shitty pictures are exactly what I want to buy.
Point taken.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh, the ranch are getting vicious in the comments.
Ooh. I got a ranch, Marky.
Yes, see.
Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and buy it. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice to have the 2 rainbows, like the two
Yeah.
Breitling rainbows? No.
It would. Toaster says that there's one for 4,700 on Chrono. There's plenty of them for that. That's not a hard. That's not a.
You don't want to
tough
buy one for 47? I don't understand.
No, because it's 52. That's only $500 off of retail. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking Aussie dollars. 7,290. That price, sorry, is Aussie dollars.
Correct.
Oh,
Right. In America, it's 5,200.
apologies, guys. That's Australian dollars.
Australian.
Sorry. I get you.
Now,
you.
if you just want,
I get it.
If you want any of the other ones, because they have them in a couple different dial colors. If you want any of the other ones, I think you can find them for as low as like 3,500, which is a good price for a good watch. But that rainbow one is a little bit harder to come by, I guess.
I honestly, I love your Super Ocean heritage you've got. It'd be nice to have the two, wouldn't it?
I would, especially because the heritage is basically it's based on a vintage model, and those were thinner, and so it doesn't really feel very Breitling to me. It feels kind of thin and light. I have it on on Breitling mesh, on factory mesh. It's nice, honestly.
Tell me this. Do you think yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could swing. See, I've often said to myself, I could actually, I could swing both ways. You know what I mean?
Well, tell me more.
What I mean is, I could swing both ways on the
AC/DC. You could wear metal or leather, rubber or metal. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm
straps versus bracelets.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, don't you? You know, like I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think with Breitling, you've got to. I could instead of having. Okay, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Instead of having Rolex, right? If I was starting again as a collector, I think I could just have Breitling. Okay.
Yeah, I love Breitling.
Because what I like about it is that polished steel, and let's face it, Tudor themselves, they felt that Breitling, Rolex went to they're in bed with Breitling. They wouldn't have done that if they thought it was a dog shit brand, don't you think?
Well, that's right. They swapped movements with Breitling. Tudor uses the B01 in their chronograph, and Breitling uses that M blah 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 whatever it is in-house movement in their three-handers with date. So yeah, they've done a swap. I don't know. I actually like Breitling better than Tudor, just in the sense of if I had to pick a brand. I think the Breitlings are more interesting.
Look, the thing about Breitling is, you've got to realize this with Breitling. They are a brand for winners. You know what I mean? They're just not normal people buy this shit. Breitling is very popular in the UK. A lot of the very, very
that's true.
I don't know if I told you the story of the boss I had who used to wear a pearl necklace. And he actually had he wore a Breitling, and he used to swim with it until I think he'd still swim with it because his ego was so out of control. He actually told me that, oh yeah, I swim with, I said, that's not waterproof. He goes, oh, I swim with it all the time. It's not a problem. I said, well, how would you know it's not leaking in water? I mean, you never take a chronograph into the water. You know what I mean? So
the British baker and TV star Paul Hollywood, he wears a Breitling. And I noticed you're right. A lot of the UK male TV presenters wear Breitling. Very popular there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it worries me, is that it just upsets me. You know what I'm saying?
I do. What upsets me is the dock isn't on yet. I feel like we need the dock right now. I don't know. Now I'm wearing the Zen, and I'm feeling like I'm going to have to change it to something else, like maybe the Breitling World Time. Problem with a World Time is once it's not set, and you got to set your World Time's kind of a pain in the ass to set it.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly. It's a real pain in the ass. Marky, tell me this. I want to talk to you seriously with the watches itself. Any chance of scaling back a bit in the new year? Like I noticed with Alex, he's got a lot, just between you and me, he's not here now. He's gone to bed, so I can tell you the truth. He's got a lot of garbage. I wouldn't like that Bulliver crap. Do you want that fucking tuning fork?
Well, you know, I
don't fucking want that shit. I like his good stuff. I like his Santos, Cartier. I like his Speedy. I like the Breitling. I love the Zenith. Love the Zenith.
I have more. Oh, thank God, Doc. Thank. You heard my plea, didn't you?
I did, and I thought, here I come to save the day.
Underdog. Thank God.
I think it's Mighty Mouse, but I'll take either one.
Oh, you know, yeah, it was Mighty Mouse. Anyway, thank God you're here. Means we've only got 10 minutes to go. Listen, I don't know, Archie. I have probably more garbage than Alex does, so I do get it, you know. But they're my dirty little secrets. I don't stick them in front of people and go, look, I have a Seiko Blue Lagoon, which I do. But
Alex is never going to be thrown under the bus by Archie because he has a gunshot wound Zenith just like him.
Exactly.
By the way, I think I outdeuced him by having the genuine leather Zenith strap. What do you think?
Leather.
By the way, I put it on the Zenith and it was fucking uncomfortable. You know, the truth of the matter is it was fucking uncomfortable. I hated it. I can't tell him that, okay? I can't tell him that. I fucking hated it, okay? I bought it thinking it'll be cozy, but the way the buckle fits in, I can't stand it. I can tear my... Sorry?
Hopefully he's gone to sleep over there.
Yeah,
Super chat.
Super chat. Where have you been? Rancha, $2. Hey, he comes to save the gay.
Here he comes to save the gay. It's a tribute to Doc BBW showing up on demand. What are you wearing, Doc?
Don't you?
We do.
Well, interestingly, I was looking for a super chat that I sent in much earlier.
Did you?
When I couldn't come on, but I see it's gone already. So that's all right.
Hold on, I'll find it. Give me a second.
It's gone. They only last a little while.
No. We saved them in the star section.
No, we can find them easily. There's no
Oh, really?
I'm going through all of them right now in the star section.
I don't think so. I didn't think all of them are saved from the beginning of the show.
There we go. Super chat.
Really?
Yes,
amazing. Nice job, Mark.
There it is. Doc BTW. Doc, why don't
There we go. BTW, $2. Gisham was killed by CIA. Wouldn't fake moon landing.
There we go. See, Doc.
Fuck. Where did
Follow one. You know, he hung a lemon on the side of the ship, unauthorized, of course.
By the way, his name wasn't Grisham; it was Grissom, and Grisham is the guy who writes the word.
You know, it did the autocorrect thing, and I just sent it anyway. And then I said, "Oh, wow, what's it doing?"
Right. Okay.
I had to fight to get the CIA in there because if you notice, CIA is not spelled with an I.
Didn't like that. Super chat.
Super chat. Lloyd, $2. Pam, 48. VJ or what's VJ mean?
Vagina.
Oh, Valju or
yeah.
Tudor Big Block 79180 Valju 7750. Oh, good question. I love the big blocks. The big block case is really special. Like the thing about the Daytona that kind of still bugs me is the fact that I'm going to call this up Pam 48. We're going to have a look at this because I think you guys would appreciate. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. If I can find it. Here we go. It's on the screen now. So that's a Pam 48. Yeah, okay. That's a cool watch. That's very cool, Marky. It's cool. It's not quite Breguet cool, but it is cool.
I wonder if
Okay.
it has its own
Well, is anything Breguet cool?
Marquis Breguet, cool.
Okay.
Breguet.
And
Okay.
then if we go, the other one was the
I
Tudor
didn't even
Tudor
notice
Big
that part.
Block, right? The Tudor Big Block has got the. I actually think these were better because they were considerably larger, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Than the Rolex Daytona, they were larger. And
Well, they had a dial very similar to the first generation 4-digit Daytona, but yet the
because the
case.
Daytona never came with a date, so the Tudor one does come with a date, so you get more for less.
Well, you're right, and the Daytona
and
didn't have that layout either, subdial layout. But
I think
the applied indices and the rest of the dial, when you look at it, it's very similar.
yeah, these are quite those early ones. So he's looking at a Tudor Big Block. Let me just call that fuck.
You have to
up.
like a black bay because it has very much of a black bay kind of thick slab case to it.
Okay. So these watches here, if we had a look at chrono,
If you look at them, you
Oh.
notice that they
They're
never
not
show
cheap.
it. They never
Look at
show
this,
it in
they're
the
not
side
cheap.
view.
they're not. Well, there's a side
then-
view here.
There you go. Now you can see it's like a black bay.
Yeah, it is. Well, maybe not quite as thick as a Black Bay, but these watches, I think they're at the problem is they're expensive. That's Aussie dollars. So what's that? It's 9,000 US. What's that? No, 8,000. I'll be honest with you. I paid the same money. Let me tell you this. I paid the same money for this as I did for my solid gold Breguet, for fuck's sake.
I think you can still find them in more in the 5,000 kind of range.
This is Aussie dollars. This is Aussie.
Right, but I mean, I think you can still find them in the 4,000 and 5,000 US.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I haven't looked in several months.
Let's have a look. Let's look at chrono. Low to high. Let me change this to fucking US dollars because you guys are getting lost.
We do get lost.
I'll put that back to US. Let's have a look. What can we get one of these for? Oh, yes, you're right, Doc. 4. Okay. 4 to 5. Yes, Doc, you're right. Okay.
Now, I think that other might have been priced a little higher because it had a rare bezel on it.
Okay.
I think.
You don't really need that,
I don't know
do
why.
you? Well,
nah, I don't think so. No, you're not really looking at the bezel that much. But the steel bezels are always a little cheaper than the. I can't remember if they used a bakelite on that one or if they used aluminum bezel on that one. But the black bezel is always a little more expensive than the full steel bezel.
I gotta say, I love the Tiger Woods. That's another Tudor I really love. The Tiger Woods. You know the Tiger Woods? They had some amazing.
You like getting different colors, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
They had yeah. I like the yellow. The yellow and the red were the
blue.
were the. What color did you like, Mark?
I think they have a blue one. Blue and orange.
They actually have. I think they have 2 different blues. I think.
Isn't there one with orange?
The Tudor Tiger Woods, right? I tell you this, Tudor Tiger Woods. I thought they were incredible, bang per buck. They got the green. They got so many. The case. Look at that. That's that yellow. I was always a yellow. The yellow was incredible with the red highlights on it. I thought that was a really smart looking watch.
I didn't know they had a green. I don't think I've ever looked at their green.
This one here. Look at the green there. That's green, isn't it?
It's a little.
Because you know how you can tell. They say tiger on the dial. Super chat. Where have you been? M3 6-speed. Oh man, I haven't heard that name for a while.
There you
$5.
go. Welcome back.
Pontiff, what is the best value for a full gold high horology brand piece? AP, Rolly, Patek, Vacheron, no Ladyboy. So okay, I tell you, I totally agree with you. I think the best value, full gold.
He's going to name the one you didn't list.
2 brands, JLC and Breguet.
There you go. I knew he was going to list the JLC.
Now, any of the APs, they have, see, they would be non-royal oaks. See, AP's become a one-trick pony. You don't really want to buy non-royal oaks. Rolly in solid gold, not really.
Rolex is not high horology, really, is it?
No, oh yes, Rolex is not high. Patek, anything that's value in Patek is going to be small. That's why it's cheap. Okay, and Vacheron has some good pieces, but Breguet and JLC. I'm just going to go to the toilet. We have got 15 minutes left on the show. I'm just going to go to the toilet, and I'll be right back.
Entertain us, Doc.
Is this just a coincidence that every time I come on, he has to go to the toilet?
No, he does that on and off all day long, all night.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess we should look and see what the live stream is up to. This is their chance to get a freebie, so to speak.
Well, let's have a look.
Anything interesting going on, Marky? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
Let's see. Thank you. I did a couple of things today that were interesting. Happy New Year to you. I baked bread today for the first time in my life. I made a loaf of bread.
That's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Well,
I mean, it's time consuming. It's not hard, but it's time consuming.
Okay, so this is what I did. I went on ChatGPT, and I said, "Tell me a bread recipe that can be made like on a like a cookie tray, and that doesn't have to rise for more than 2 hours." And it gave me the recipe. And Satan's Kitten has his grandmother's Mixmaster, which we never use because I don't know how, but I figured it out.
Takes a lot of the time out of it.
Yeah. I just put it has this hook attachment, like a bread hook, a dough hook. Turned it on, and So and it actually came out really good, and it tastes. It looks like an Italian loaf, because it's kind of like broad and flat. That's what it looks like. But what it tastes like is a lot like a French baguette. So I'm pretty happy.
Was it traditional? In other words, did it have yeast? I know it was a quick rise, but
correct. It had quick rising yeast.
That's what she said.
Why don't you go ahead and read this one, Doc? Super chat.
Oh, I thought it would be for Archie, but we'll go ahead and read it. Doc BBW, when you were clapping cheeks, when you were clapping cheeks with the heifer that broke your Mustang seats, were you thinking about the Red Lobster bill from earlier, or no?
Well,
it's the fascinating thing here is yes, she broke my seats. Yes, I should never have allowed that to happen. I was hoodwinked, I tell you. But I never went out with this lady. Never took her to any Red Lobster or any other restaurant.
You didn't order her the endless shrimp for $19?
Oh, she would have probably put them into. She would have caused them to have to close their store.
Well, they almost did. They've lost so much money on endless shrimp. They keep going into chapter 11 every time they offer that special.
I bet they do. I know my brother loves that stuff. He loves to go to those places and eat forever. He'll spend, they've now, because my brother lives in California, and so they've now changed these places where there's a 2-hour limit for this all you can eat.
All you can eat in 2 hours.
And I think that's for my brother. Because he used to spend 8 hours.
Remember when they used to, I don't think, not too many places do this anymore, but a lot of places used to do all you could eat crab legs.
Yep, absolutely. In fact, I remember when I was still eating meat. So I was in high school and I went to some place where they had something like that. It was pretty good though.
Right. Of course, you don't eat meat, so I don't think you eat crab anymore.
Not anymore, but I did back then, when I was a teenager and junk eating.
Frank's telling me to look for Frank's telling me real quick to look for a Dutch oven bread recipe, and it gave me one, and that's why I had to say, give me one that I can make on a cookie sheet, because I don't have a Dutch oven. That would be why I didn't make that. But apparently that's a popular recipe. A Dutch oven, Doc, is a very heavy pot with heavy lid, and I don't have one.
I've heard of those. I don't have one, but
See, I always thought a Dutch oven was when you farted in bed with your lover and then pulled the blankets over their head.
I was going to say there's an Urban Dictionary version
That's
of
what
Dutch
that.
oven.
And I've never done that, and I would never do that because he would kill me, and he is capable of doing it. He is very strong. He is small, but so are chimpanzees. And I always tell him he's small like a chimp, but he has the strength of 5 normal men.
So I take it that part of this Dutch oven thing is when you fart, it's a silent one, and your partner doesn't know that you farted, and then
you pull them under.
You talk him into going under the sheets. Like,
no, you just pull the blankets over their head.
Oh, okay. I thought it was where they both parties knowingly, agreeably go into the sheets, but one doesn't know that the other has farted. That's what
by hook or by crook. You know, it really doesn't matter how you get it done. But a Dutch oven is when you're basting them with your gaseous, noxious fumes, and they didn't know. You know, speaking of Urban Dictionary, do you know what a double decker is?
I don't remember anymore.
Sovereign.
Sir Bell once brought that up, and I had to look it up.
Tell them what a double decker is.
Double decker is a double decker millionaire. 20 million fucking double decker.
No.
Decker.
Double decker is when you poop in the top of the toilet tank.
Geez.
Best done at gas stations or friends' houses if you're overly drunk and you're mad at them. That's a double decker. Not a deca millionaire. A double decker. You poop in the top.
It's two going simultaneously. That is gross.
I mean, theoretically, it would drop through, but it sounds, I think it's bad. Or the guys are telling me it's an upper decker. Sorry, I got it wrong.
Upper decker?
Upper decker.
I just looked it up. It's also called a double decker.
Double decker. There you go. I thought I had that.
I guess they called both of them the same. It's
the Cleveland Street. Okay. Anyway, apparently I came close to getting it right.
I don't understand how they come up with some of these things.
I think my theory is S.R. Bell names all of them.
Yeah, he's probably done all the entries. You're right.
He's probably done them all.
I still regret that I missed seeing him come on the show. I've only heard.
He was frighteningly normal.
That's what I've heard.
But like
more normal than the rest of us.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer. All those guys, they always say he was such a normal, quiet man.
Usually a lot of those serial killers are also good-looking guys. Do you think S.R. Bell was
Ted Bundy? Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy
was Ted Bundy a good-looking guy?
Very good-looking. And he drove a BMW.
No, he drove a Volkswagen. Ted Bundy famously drove a VW.
I gotta tell you, Doc. Doc. I gotta tell you, man. Seriously,
yes,
we had some amazing watch talk. We're gonna wrap this baby up and
of course you are, because I came on. I knew that.
But I gotta tell you something.
I also thought Mark would be leaving because usually Satan's
it's dinner time.
Little kitty, we'll say it's.
I gotta tell you, I had great talk to Alex. I wanted to ask you, Doc. You got a gold Daytona, right?
I have one gold Daytona. Yes.
What made you get a gold one? Like, that's a big achievement. They are so rare. The gold ones are a lot rarer than, because particularly in the 60s and 70s, gold was
no
so.
One wanted that. Well, I mean, people wanted it, but no one was willing to pay for it. Exactly.
Yeah,
the only reason I got it is because my watchmaker, somehow came up with it and knew that I was into them. And,
was it expensive?
And he got it to me for under 100. I'll say that, because usually they're not under 100.
Do you love it?
Not really. I mean, it's a great watch and all, but I
Can you
mean,
believe this? He loved that fucking Vietnamese first wife, but he doesn't love his gold Daytona. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's a fair point, Doc.
You got your priorities wrong, Doc.
Am I allowed reform? I mean, it's not like I still do. I reformed and I came to my senses with regard to the wife. With regard to the watch, you see, I find that when I wear it, I'm much more guarded about it. I wear it as a dress watch, but I wear all my Daytonas as a dress watch. But I prefer the steel, to be honest. When I'm wearing the steel, I feel more comfortable. When I'm wearing the gold, I'm just a little bit more on edge.
Yeah, that's why I insured my gold for that exact reason.
Yours is on a bracelet?
Riveted.
Fuck me dead. And it fits?
Well, I have a 7-inch wrist, so luckily, yes, it fits, because it's basically almost at the very edge of.
They're impossible to get extra link, Doc.
Oh yeah, no.
BBW, exactly. Big black wrist.
Guys, I want everybody to upvote, please.
Now, the downside. Oh yeah, please upvote. The downside to this watch that I have, though, is that I've looked them up, and most of the golds that I've seen, these 4-digit Daytonas, have had polished center links, and this bracelet that I have does not have polished center links. But I haven't. I think it could be because it's an early bracelet or something.
We could fix that.
I wouldn't be polishing it.
Oh no! I'm not going to polish it. I was looking to source a replacement bracelet, and you wouldn't believe the price of just the bracelet. The best I saw was $5,000.
Oh, what you should have grabbed it, Doc. What are you talking about? That's nothing.
Well,
you're talking $100,000 watch, Doc. What the fuck are you?
Well, you're absolutely right, because when I saw it at $5,000, I thought that's insane, and then I did a little more research and found them at $10,000, and then when I went back for the $5,000, it was already sold. So you're absolutely right.
Guys, I want to thank everyone who's come on today. Please upvote. You got to upvote.
Show some appreciation, especially if you can't seem to find your way to a super chat. At least you can upvote, folks. Can't you?
Please upvote. Upvote. And guys, I want to share this with you. I really depend on you guys to make this show successful. Without you guys, it's a flop. It doesn't work.
Now,
okay.
There's something you should notice here, Archie, is that in this channel we're on, you have about 120 people watching, but you've split it, so there's a bunch of other people watching the other channel.
Yeah, no.
Until we started signing off, it was 165.
I'm trying to, Doc. I'm just trying innovative ways to try and talk to my audience and get punters. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm not criticizing at all. I'm simply pointing out that you have a fairly healthy size of audience here.
Guys, let's go through and thank everybody. We had Patel Philippe, Big Tony, Rick Foss, Rich Mitch, Patel Philippe, Frank V, Dr. Bob's Nightmare, Patel Philippe, Big Tony, Patel Philippe, CB, Patel Philippe, CB, Patel Philippe, The Rancher, Patel Philippe, Doc BTW, Patel Philippe, The Rancher, Mobster, Billie Jean, PhD, The Rancher, Lloyd, M3 6-speed, and Patel Philippe. Guys, that is the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and I love you for coming on. Please support us. Let's make 2025 great for the Archie Luxury Show again. Let's get it going. Great watch talk, great guests, great discussions.
It almost sounded like you were going to say, make Archie Luxury great again.
Yes, that's it. Okay, guys. See you later.
Good night, everybody.
ArchieLuxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragon soared to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.